Hello and welcome, this is Angel of Death 9, and today we are testing the Elemental Fires. Now, this is the Ordo Imbued Fire from Thaumcraft. What it does. Now, I have just gained all the warp because of the cheat Thaumic, because it gives you all the research, and as of 4.2 of Thaumcraft, warp has been added. So if we go to the Thaumic Tinkering tab here, Elemental Fire, Ordo. So that is 1 Order shard with 5 Ignis, 5 Ordo, and 5 Perditio in a crucible, and it is a fire that when let loose on ores will help you process the ores into useful blocks of metal. While most of the ores will be consumed in volatile fire, you will get thrice the amount of metal of mundane means of smelting. So I am going to test what percent of the gold is actually transformed into gold blocks, and here we go. This is the Ordo Infused Fire, or Ordo Infused Fire, and it slowly converts all the gold ore here into either gold blocks or destroys it. I have here a 10 by 10 square of gold ore, and see, that one just got destroyed. And however many survive, that is the percent that it does not destroy. I believe it has no effect on anything but ores, so this will go away eventually. This is a Perditio infused fire, or imbued fire, and it gets rid of elemental fires. So, because they can get pretty uncontrollable, as we'll see later. And if you don't catch them early, even in creative mode, it is very hard to get rid of them. It is turning the dirt into compressed dirt from extra utilities, which is 9 dirt and a crafting table. Seems to be avoiding the sand. It's almost completely consumed our square of ores here. Now, once you use the Perditio Infused Fire, it does turn back into regular fire. This stuff does spread quite rapidly, so be very careful. Even with this Perditio Infused Fire, it is very hard to get rid of. It does, I believe, cross water. Alright, I believe all of the ores have been either converted or destroyed, so I'm going to put out the fire. And you have to make sure to get all of it, or else it will continue to spread or come back. So it just kind of spreads outward, and if you don't get all of it, then it will return and destroy things. 100 gold ore went in, 30 blocks of gold came out. Over here, see, it has returned from that unrendered. You do end up with far more than you put in. So 9 times 30, 270 ingots of gold, as to the 200 you would get if you regularly smelted and pulverized it, modded, and you would only get 100 through vanilla Minecraft. So it's a pretty good deal, and that's actually a really cheap recipe. Next up, let's see here, we have our Aer Infused Fire, and the Aer Infused Fire converts areas to deserts, and for 1 air shard, 5 air, 5 ignis, and 5 Perditio, you can have Aer Imbued Fire. Now what this does, everything turns into sand, sandstone, and things like that. And again, they spread very quickly and are not stopped by water. See, it is turning into sand here. See how this fire up here is isolated, so it's not affected by this Perditio Infused Fire. I believe the trunk's here, right here. That's where the trunk was. Oh, everything's just turning into sandstone. Just direct conversion. Alright. And the madness. And it does not convert biomes, I believe. Next up, we have the Ignis Imbued Fire. And what this does is, it enhances the destructive powers of hypergenic nitor, allowing you to let fire loose that will transmute all the blocks in the regular world to blocks that of the nether. It seems to avoid modded blocks, like the compressed dirt, and it seems to avoid stone. Alright, time to get rid of it. So, as you can see, we're left with netherrack, where the grass was, and soul sand, where the sand was. Next up we have the Aqua Imbued Fire. So, it totally inverts the power of fire, and when let loose in the nether, you can turn it into your own personal wonderland. So let's go to the nether. Alright, this looks like a good spot. Let's test it. Here we are. It's our first block of snow here. And this fire will slowly convert the nether into a winter wonderland. It can climb walls, and it does expand throughout rooms. There is nowhere safe from this stuff. It will engulf the world if given enough time. So it makes a huge mess wherever you're using it. And there we go. The nether will turn into snow. Last up, we have the elemental fire Terra, and this fire will turn a wide variety of blocks into dirt. It is very useless, but to prank your friends, it's great. So I'm going to put down some right here. See, it's turning this stone to dirt. It's turning everything to dirt. Modded blocks don't seem to be affected by the imbued or elemental fires. Just keep that in mind. Thank you for watching. If you would like me to do a spotlight on any other items from the Direwolf 201710 mod pack, please leave a comment below, and I will see you next episode.